Hello there and welcome back to another Thunder's Productions video. I'm the madman behind the mic, Jag Thunder, and this is Minecraft. And what's up guys, and welcome back to another Operation Realism. It is not. It is the Realism Society review. It's going to take some while to get used to this. This is the new map, guys. If you haven't been over here, come over here and check this out. Links are always in the description down below. Last one that we had were the apartments, and these guys are moving right along. Now, I know the mall behind me is not finished, and they're probably all screaming at me right now, but I did get a chance to check the DIN map, and I saw the mall, and I want to come in here and check this out. I thought this was really cool, so I wanted to get an up close look at it, and while I was in here I was like, well, I'm going to do a review on it. Sorry guys, I know it's not finished, but I really hope they do, and I'll tell you why throughout this review. But anyways, this is what we have again on the Realism Society. This is their new map, and all the information will be in the description down below. And make sure that you download their specific texture pack for this particular server. Now the Huntington and the Realism old maps, you can still get their texture packs, and you can still go on those maps. They're still connected to this server. This is just a different map upon that server, which is really cool. And they're building a whole entire new city. Anyways, is what we have here. Some of you guys will recognize this stuff. Others won't, depending on where you live around the world. The biggest stores that we have, the biggest thing I saw on the DIN map was, I was pretty sure this was a Dillard's. And I'm not sure if this is a Canadian thing too, or all across America. I've been in the South for almost 20 years, and that's the first store. I got a really cool store here in a minute. This is the first store that I ever seen was when I moved down here to North Carolina, was this Dillard store. And they've got a Macy's here too. But basically what these are, guys, these are department stores, which are slowly and surely dying in America, Canada, and across the rest of the world. I'm sure if they've got big super department stores like this all chained together, and they're, Amazon's killing them. All your online stores are just they're just killing the brick and mortars. So it's nice to actually go in and see people still care about building malls and stuff in Minecraft, because when I grew up, that's where you went. You went and you hung out at the mall. You went down to the game arcade, walked down in the middle of the mall with your buddies, and you just caused a bunch of shit. But it's dying. It's leaving our society slowly, one brick at a time, and it's kind of depressing because especially growing up in that era, it's it's a little sad to see it go, but it's understandable. All this stuff is going to get pushed out. It costs a lot of money to put stuff like this in and maintain, especially if people aren't going to them like they used to. But again, Dillard's is more of a higher class, like Target. Step it up like 18 notches. It's fancy. It's expensive clothing. It's high dollar shit. But anyways. When I first moved down here to North Carolina, I'm going to tell the story and just kind of fly around this a little bit so you can see, because there's not a whole hell of a lot that I want to actually talk about the structure itself. I want you guys to look at it. I want you to take in the different color palettes that they're using, the lettering that they're using, and check out the roads. Always check out the roads, guys. When I'm doing these reviews, how they tie these into their to their main roads. Like back over here where I started, this one here is at an angle. And yeah, okay, Jag, big deal. But it's neat because a lot of people will do these straight, and I do it, and then build their buildings flat off of that straight or perpendicular to that straight road. Is what makes this so interesting, and it makes it look very realistic, is because it's at an angle, and then you've got your parking lots end up being at an angle, and then you can end up putting them straight. And when we do put vehicles in, most of them can end up being straight. So, very good use of, laying things out and, kind of thinking ahead of, how things are going to work in your world. So anyways, like I said, just take note to a lot of the stuff that, I'm pointing out in a lot of these review videos. If this is the first one you've seen, yeah, I do review videos. Mainly over here on it used to be the Operation Realism, and also the Esterlon Community or Huntington server. It is now this big map. This is their new one, and like I said in the beginning, this is the Realism Society. Same team. They work on all everything on the servers, but right now this is their main project, and they are just booming ahead. So again, if you can get on over here, check it out. Those on the consoles. I've got plenty of comments from you guys too that you really appreciate these reviews, because you obviously a lot of you cannot get on computer and get on the server and check this out. So it's nice to get an up close look at a lot of the stuff these guys are building. I'm trying to keep up with this server the best I can. Even over by the apartments, they've got a bunch of houses already put in, a gas station. I saw, I think Sif is over there working on some trucks right now. And yeah, they're moving along very, very quickly. Lots of detail here again, for the outside garbage right there you can look at. Backside entrances, and I think it's Penny's. I think it's J.C. Penney's. Oh, there's the mall entrance. Did you guys look at that when I was flying by? I'm not sure the name of the mall, and I'm sure you guys over there on the server will tell me. Daisu Mall, Cicu Mall, CICU Mall. I've definitely got the mall. Anyways, that's that. I'm pretty sure this is one of the main entrances. And but anyways, there's loading docks around the backside here of JCPenney's. And again, JCPenney's is like a Macy's, is like a Dillard's. They're all different department stores. We can go in. Mainly clothes is what they sell. And like I said, Dillard's and Macy's are your high dollar shit. Penny's is like the next step down. It's like a step above Target. And then you got Target, and then you got Walmart. So if you put them all in, like a socially accepted dominance group, that's how I would put it. I won't go to a Dillard's and shop. I can't afford that shit. They've got nice stuff, they really do. But anyways, I'm getting back to that story. I'm getting sidetracked on this one while that's loading up over there. But yeah, here you can see the back docks here. Instead of running them in straight, check this out. Drop it down at an angle. This is really, really awesome. And you do see this. I worked at Super Target, and I did overnight stocking, and their back docks was actually angled down, and yeah, it's neat to do stuff instead of keeping everything flat and straight all the time. Yeah, angle things up, and definitely check out some pictures, and try to get it as realistic as possible. Pay attention to those details, guys, because these guys over here, that's exactly what they're doing. They're paying attention to all the details. And anyway, so Dillard's. Okay, so when I first moved down south, and I started working for a glass company, and one of the very first jobs they sent me out on was a Dillard's, and I was working commercial glazing, which glazing is putting glass in, and we did it commercial. So any of your your big stores, convenience stores, shopping centers, stuff like that. That's what I did when I first started out, and then they moved me over to residential, and I did home glazing, small windows, shower doors, tabletop, stuff like that. It's a story for another time. But anyways, we went to the Dillard's, and we had 2 jobs to do at the Dillard's. It was just about open. They were actually stocking the store while we were there, but the main entrance to the Dillard's, and they didn't have it here. Where is it? It's on. I'm gonna find it here while I'm talking. But anyways, on the main entrance of the Dillard's, is it on this side? Shit, where is it? Because I wanted to point it out because they've got the Hercules Stanchions, and you guys are, well, what the hell are those? I'm going to tell you here in just a second. Damn it, where'd they I'm going to fly over top this building. I think they're on this side. Yeah, and they even got some detail on the top here too. But there's actually Hercules Stanchions in the main doorway. Is this it? Yeah, right here. And this is what brought back the memory right here. There's some more over there too. But anyways, right here where the doors are attached. These are called Hercules Doors, and I know you guys have seen them. You just haven't paid attention to them. They're a huge glass door, and they pivot about a third of the way in on these big spring pivots, notches or hinges rather that attach up at the top and then attach at the bottom. And it looks like that's the only thing that holds the door, and it is. And the glass is very, very thick, usually about 1/2 inch or 5/8 tempered glass for that door. Very, very strong glass. Yeah, you could probably drive through it with a car, but they also have like steel gates that drop down behind it too. But it's very, very thick, very sturdy glass, and very, very heavy. And these doors were probably 7.5, 8 foot tall, and almost 4 foot wide. So definitely a 2-man job. But anyways, the first job that we had to do, we had to set the Hercules doors on the 2 main entrances. So we had to go through and we had to, they had to pour the you guys are, well, I just want to fucking review here, Jag. Well, it's kind of a cool story. This is what brought me to the, to this review. Anyways, long story short, we had to put in the Hercules doors. And then on the inside, on the second story, there's a glass, like a railing that goes around the top. So you ride the escalators up to the second level, And again, in the malls, you see a lot of glass hand railings. Like right on the edge, there's glass, and you can walk up to it and lean over. It's a hand railing. And again, it's the same type of glass. It's very, very thick. And that gets set down into the concrete floor. So, we use like a porcrete. We set that, the big sheets of glass, down for the hand railing, and then pour like a quick set porcrete type concrete around the glass, and it sets it in. So, you can push on it. If they did it right, guys, you're not going to fall over the edge. It gives a very, very beautiful look to a more modern type mall. And also department stores. So anyways, that's what I did, and that's what brought me to this review. But there was a lot of other things around the mall that I just kind of wanted a lot of you to get a look at. These are usually fast reviews. I try to get in, get out within about 10 minutes. I'm not even sure how long I've been in here because I was telling my story. But again, further on down the line, I've got more stories about my glazing experience and stuff like that. But again, I want to come in here, show you guys a lot of quick things, get some ideas, spark some interest. You guys, get tired of building the same thing, the same houses, the same gas stations. You got a huge area, you just want to burn up some space. Build them all. Definitely get some inspiration here. Come over and check this out on the server. Tell them that Jag sent you. Tell them they're doing a fantastic job. Be sure to jump over to the other 2 servers if you haven't been over there. Make sure you run the correct texture pack. And that's it, guys. Like always, I appreciate you watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.